going for the shot. Comes out to Olibas, who's a defender with attacking. Been played back to him, but in fact Amrabat backed his own ability to go on. And, he was pointing for the corner that the assistant doesn't agree with.
Could have just played it round the corner to Doucouré. Makes a good run once he's played it in, Doucouré, but then the chance is gone.
Last few seconds of a first half that's certainly been eventful for the restored Chelsea captain. His last goal was way back in January 2016. Very late equaliser, controversial one against Everton here in a 3-3. Zuma. Battering for Batshuayi. He's actually been penalised.
Yeah, backing in, I think. He's giving it for Lee Mason. Has a little look.
As Olibas fell, a foot caught him. Maybe made of the first half, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, things have happened that you wouldn't expect to happen, but it's that kind of game, isn't it? Chelsea having done their job this season. A closer contest than it turned out to be.
Capoue. Well, a tale of two Terrys, really. The attacking one, who's always looked as though he's got a goal in him, but then the unusually defensive lapse one that let Etienne Capoue in for an equaliser almost immediately, and then Cesar Azpilicueta with a sweet half volley, giving Chelsea a 2-1 half-time lead over Watford.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
What a feeling when we're dancing on the ceiling. Come in.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man, burning out his fuse out every long.
With some great cricket, England's attempts to win the ICC Champions Trophy. First up, Bangladesh on the 3rd of June. The British and Irish Lions, their tour to New Zealand. That begins with a warm-up for the test. The Lions versus the New Zealand Barbarians. We've got some football for you. The Under-21 European Championship. Opening game is England against Sweden. And finally, remember that in July, Sky Sports again is the only place where you can see live all 4 days of the Open this year from Royal Birkdale. Players ready for the second half here. Cesar Azpilicueta still probably reflecting on an important goal. Great one personally, but important in this quest to keep these run of wins going, Alan. You know, it would be amazing for them to finish off with 2 more wins and the 30. Not attained figure before in a 38-game Premier League season,
isn't it? I'm sure he's aware of it. I'm sure the lads are as a result. Azpilicueta, a rare goal, always nice if that goal turns out to be the winner.
Second half underway. Here's Chalobah, who has won on every appearance he's made in the Premier League with Chelsea this season. All the others have been from the bench. Niang. Away comes Zuma. He looked forward and didn't see so much. When he looked back, he was in danger of being dispossessed. Chalobah to Kennedy, who really has come back from obscurity at Chelsea. Nowhere near the Premier League side until tonight.
That spell when he was getting a bit of action, but fallen away, and I do wonder if he'll be here next season.
It's a chance for him, as you mentioned earlier, in the Marcus Alonso role to rampage down that left-hand side. You're right, last season he did play a bit, and he was loaned to Watford. Just a few minutes in Watford's Premier League team in the first half of the season.
It's always worrying that if you go there to a club like Watford from a so-called bigger club and you can't get any action. I wonder what went on there. I'm assuming he was fit.
Azpilicueta, of course, has been playing in the role occupied by Zuma tonight. Contested by Asmir Begovic, who, like everyone else here, trusts him implicitly. Begovic did play at Old Trafford in the defeat when Thibaut Courtois picked up that strange injury doing a basketball video.
As you do.
And of course, he's leading the Golden Glove race. Hugo Lloris thought he might have got back at him yesterday, and then Wayne Rooney scored right near the end at White Hart Lane to spoil that. Okay. Kennedy asking too much of Conte. Okay, goes in again. It drops for Chalobah. That's a thoughtful pass up to Batshuayi. Hazard and Willian might go all the way here. In the end, I think caught in 2 minds.
Good stop, I think, from Gomez. That might just have been ending up in the far corner. He's been really bright tonight, Willian. And his movement off the ball, times his run, holds it a little bit. And it's a sharp stop, this.
Short corner by Chelsea this time. Kennedy slipped, and in goes Batshuayi. It's 3-1, and now he gets a goal at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League. A little bit fortunate that Kennedy's deflected shot Looked up.
A bit like the one at West Bromwich from inside that 6-yard box. Nathan Ake does well here. Might just have been offside initially. No, I don't think so. Ake does well to just react to the ball and then find his teammate with a chance that he simply cannot miss. A bit of control there.
Well, how fortune can turn. A frustrated figure for most of this title-winning season. He's suddenly emerged at the business end of it. And Chelsea pulling away early in the second half. Cleverly. Here's Doucouré. Amrabat. Just wonder whether Watford have got goals they need to get anything from this game, from this position. But Janmaat won't give the lie to that. It's a lovely run. It's a brilliant goal. It's 3-2. Chelsea just caved in front of him, but the Dutchman kept on going.
Well, history repeating itself. I don't know how many seconds this one was after Chelsea's goal, but you're right, Martin, he just keeps on going here. And it opens up. Ake doesn't show him down the line as he should. That's one of the goals of the season, I should imagine, for Watford. Certainly the individual goal of the season. Just latching on to the loose ball.
That's right. Watford come again with Amrabat. Another reply within a minute of a restart after Chelsea scoring. A real show of initiative. It's not his natural position on the left-hand side, but what it does do when you get into those sort of areas, you're on your stronger foot, and goodness me, with strong men, Janmaat. Cleverly. Push by the Watford man before he was given the hand off by Terry.
Bit of miscontrol from Cleverly initially.
Remember, Watford had failed to score in their 4 previous games. They've gone 6 away games in a row without scoring.
Maybe Janmaat just catching him in this challenge.
To concern Lee Mason about it, although Azpilicueta feels he's been harshly treated by Jan. And, he doesn't want any attention, but he has been brought off, and yeah, Azpilicueta is furious with Daryl Janmaat. He thought that was deliberate. Fourth official Mike Jones getting involved.
There was a flailing arm and the hand caught him.
Apology not really accepted. A little bit like that Mark-Brighton one on Saturday. For Fernandinho, probably only the player who actually makes contact with the stricken opponent knows exactly the intentions. Here's Doucouré. Prödl. But it's a lively Monday night at Stamford Bridge. It is Monday, isn't it? It's hard to keep up with what day of the week it is. All these games going on, and it's a free kick for Watford here, are looking improbably to bring it back to 3-3.
Yeah, well, they're playing with that freedom, aren't they? That we do see so often at this stage of the season. Why not go for it?
Taken by Holebas, who is a big threat. So it diverted away from him. It's Watford's throw, he'll stay forward.
He's waiting for that.
Plenty of Watford support here. Not the longest journey. Do their independence from the capital, but I think Watford is a football club business, trying to trade in the transfer market, saying you can live in London, come and play for us.
Right, it's a selling point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is possible, and it would need either Reading or Fulham to come through the playoff system, where half of the Premier League will be from Watford South next season. Slightly concerned, Antonio Conte, at the moment. Not able to join into the appreciation from around the stadium, as his team just looking a little bit more brittle with all these changes. Suma. Chalobah. Hazard is behind Kennedy. So there have been 2 or 3 passes from Chalobah in the second half, better than he produced in the first, as if he wants to make more of the occasion.
Maybe the manager had a quiet word. He wasn't allowed one. But it has been a strange old game, really, when you see the attempts on target. 6 and 5 goals to show.
It's over Capoue, picked off by Ake. Another accurate ball from Chalobah. Schweizer was on the back on his heels. Chalobah went in. The referee was very close and didn't like what he saw.
He's not messed about with the cards, Lee Mason, has he? From the first minute, almost. Again, it's that follow through, really. I mean, he's gone with his left foot, and I think he's pulled out to a certain extent. The momentum took him through.
Yeah, it's a difficult one for the referees. They obviously have the safety of the players very much in mind, but it is a physical contact sport, and tackling is an essential part of the game that people come here in their millions to see. A few red cards for rash challenges this season, and a few of those have been rescinded because of closer forensic analysis. Have not been as hostile as seen at the moment by a referee, who still, of course, doesn't get the replays that we do.
No, and so much depends, I think, on the player that's been tackled, his reaction. A big cry of pain rolls around the floor. There's somebody that just gets up under the same tackle. There won't be quite the same reaction from the ref.
The offside flag is up. And, he may have had his back to it. That was the walkie-talkie heard from Harry Leonard. Everything should be stopped. Oh, an interesting first hour at Stamford Bridge. You are looking at the champions, but not quite as you have seen them week in, week out in terms of personnel. Hazard, of course, has been the epicentre of so much that's been good for Antonio Conte's team.
You would expect him to come off in the not too distant future.
Of course, he came off at the Hawthorns, didn't he? And that's why he came on to become the hero, one Belgian for another. They're very different people, Eden Hazard and Antonio Conte. It's very understated. He has a life away from the training ground, 3 young children. Antonio Conte, you feel, never switches off.
It comes with the territory for a Premier League manager. It is 24/7.
Could make it even more of a contest. Will Chelsea get in again here? Janmaat. Zuma stepping in. Here's Azpilicueta. Conte not finding it quite so easy with his passing as he does when the so well drilled regular starting 11 around him, or the 10 are around him. They are well drilled. It's a feature of how Chelsea have got to this position. He's training, watch him in charge, Antonio Conte. He insists on absolute perfection. If you're a few inches away from where you should be, he'll stop the session and make sure you're aware of where exactly the proper position is. Janmaat. Capoue. Doucouré. Berami down by Amrabat.
Been a decent second half for Watford. Apart from the goal.
Berami. Chelsea pressing with a bit more urgency. Mariappa. There's some room for Prödl to stride into. He's overcooked it and okay, able to step in. There's a gap through the centre, but Prödl got back fairly enough. Janmaat's off and running again. Trying to play a little give and go with Niang.
Niang didn't give him anything there, really. Target.
It's a very fluid system from Watford. Niang normally the main attacker, but drifting wide, and others popping up from time to time as the main central figure.
Yeah, there's no real shape to it. Then you can put your finger on, really.
Holebas. Perry did well to get out of the way, and by not touching the ball did the defending. Hazard. Chalobah. William. Azpilicueta outside it. And stay onside. And she's done. William. Gets away from Berami. Better angle. Hazard. Crowded out. Comes back to Azpilicueta. William. Turn and turn again for the champions. Hazard. Conte. Get it back here. Berami sensibly stayed on his feet, and there's been a temptation to dive in. That was a clever effort from Batshuayi, and it came close enough to Gomez to sort of hit him and stick.
An amazing passage of play, really. Chelsea playing a little five-a-side game in this area of the pitch.
Azpilicueta probably saying to Batshuayi, why didn't you just roll it back? And he could have got another one. Batshuayi was looking for another one for himself. One of 3 Chelsea goal scorers here. Terry, Azpilicueta, Batshuayi, and Willian hoping that he might be able to get in and add to that list. Capoue. Amrabat. Forced in field. And that keeps it in. Capoue. That would do Corey. Hazard. That's a great ball for Willian. Try in the middle. Calabas.
Good to push.
Tigerish. Risking another booking. Just wonder how much Antonio Conte might be tempted to bring on the likes of Pedro or Diego Costa or even Gary Cahill to help protect this 3-2 lead. The selection tonight certainly suggests that the regular lineup will be put out on Sunday for again here against Sunderland, and the prelude to the trophy lift, and then 6 days later, of course, the FA Cup final against Arsenal. And a double on. Let Kennedy run off him, but not the ball get to Kennedy. Fourth of the game still to go. That's a mistake by Capoue. Batshuayi. Not even looking to his right, where Willian was loyally in support.
Well, he's in a decent position to shoot there. Bird'll do him well with the block.
Big part in the third goal. With a conflap. Steve Holland, who of course is leaving Chelsea to go full-time with England the end of this season. Joining Gareth Southgate's coaching staff as Gareth's number 2. Nice touch by Batshuayi. Chalobah bursting into attacking life. Batshuayi. Gomez has prevented the corner.
Yeah, good play from Chalobah there. Much more.
He's had a much better second half.
Yeah, much more positive, wasn't he? Trying to make something happen, driving forward. Just on.
Amrabat, passed by Batshuayi. Right that Antonio Conte insists, coming from his backup striker. Had some battles, of course, with Walter Mazzarri in Italy. Lost the Italian Cup final with Juventus to Mazzarri's Napoli. Janmat. That's risky from Holebas. Azpilicueta, good stop by Gomez.
Had a couple of those. Had a good season, Gomez. And that kind of defend it doesn't help his cause. Azpilicueta got the taste tonight.
Wing-backs are expected to drive on. Of course, Victor Moses not involved here. He's kicked in with 3 Premier League goals this season. Okay. Oh, who is it again? Cesar Azpilicueta.
Nothing wrong with a connection.
Yang comes off on a more recognised striker, Stefano Okaka, who played 4 times for Italy when they were managed by Antonio Conte. Also knows a little bit about this part of London. He was briefly a Fulham player a few years back. Doucouré. Here's Janmat. He's already seen the value of running at Chelsea. Tapu. Comes out to Holebas. Berami. Amrabat. Called by Chalobah. Headed on by Hazard astutely. He wants it back from Batshuayi. Doesn't quite get it. But Kennedy's quickly on the scene.
Flags up.
Yeah, when Hazard went back to get it from an offside position.
Seen so many devastating counter-attacks by Chelsea this season. Hurdle doing well, had a good night with that interception.
Best part of 20 minutes to go. We'll be ready to watch plenty more. Manchester City versus West Brom live tomorrow, or Arsenal against Sunderland. It's your choice. On Wednesday, stand alone, Southampton against Manchester United. Thursday, standing alone, Leicester against Tottenham. Holebas. Now Prödl. It's certainly turning this into a proper contest. Janmat played a big part in that. Doucouré. Wide from Cleverley. Nordin Amrabat. Cleverley can get it back again. And towards Okaka. Oh, that's quite an arrival. And it is 3-3. And it is an Italian striker that's upset the Chelsea Italian manager.
Well, it's a simple ball in the box, the kind that his team have defended with their eyes closed for the most part this season, but 3 players in this area in blue shirts and none can deal with it, none can get a clear connection. Zuma looks best placed. But maybe thinking John Terry's going to get something on it, and Akaka, a bit like John Terry in the first half, latching onto the loose ball.
Well, there is going to be a Chelsea change. It's not going to see the senior men coming on. It's Ola Aina, who will go straight across to play as the left wing back. Within 3 minutes, he'd made it 3-3.
Super sub.
Watford have found their goal touch, to the delight of their travelling band, who've seen a lot of blanks being fired in the recent trips. Mariappa. He looked offside. That's right, and he was. Well, Walter Mazzari is a bit more prominent now in his technical area. And Mike Jones, the fourth official, trying to stop him being too prominent.
It can be quite excitable down there. He had that argument with his goalkeeping coach, didn't he, a few weeks back?
And there was some talk before the two teams met in August that there was a bit of hostility, historic hostility between Mazzari and Antonio Conte. The two managers spent some time together at that match. So they rarely spend any time in each other's company. Offside, Jan Maat. Six different nationalities have produced a goal. Started with an Englishman. Here's Capu. Akaka with his tail up here. Now Amrabat, hit by Zuma. Watford wanting the ball played into the box. Capu in there, Akaka in there, corner in front of their fans who are loving every moment of this. Probably feared the fixture. And maybe some stayed away, but those who did, they'll be regretting it now.
All of a sudden, it's beginning to feel like hard work for the Chelsea lads.
Cesc Fabregas is going to come on. Kaka going to the near post. Aina trying to lead the charge out. Amrabat. It is Caliber who comes off. Well, his run of wins this season might be coming to an end. His 10th appearance in Chelsea's Premier League team, but the first as a starter. He's gone 78 minutes with it. There was a suggestion, Alan, when Chelsea failed to perform at Manchester United without Courtois, with Alonso feeling ill in the warm-up and a few positional switches. and they never got going at all. That one criticism possibly at the Chelsea setup is that the lack of total depth in the squad compared to some of the sides that have finished below them, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they've had very few injuries, have they?
And of course, less number of games than the European football. And they're on the back foot again here. Berami has a go.
If you have to pick a winner at the moment, it would be the team in white. Who'd have thought that at the start?
Well, one thing they haven't done tonight is take the lead. They've got 10 minutes or so in which to do that. Contact up to try, you can't keep it. Azpilicueta. Here's Cleverly. Amrabat. Full of running, Watford. Cleverly will get there first. And Berami. Doucouré. Terry tries to step out and win it unsuccessfully. Has to go back and slide in at Akaka.
Zuma's hurt himself there. He slipped as he went into the challenge.
Holebas. Seen what Janmaat's done. Here is Janmaat. Has another go. Just kept on rising.
To the calf.
Well, this will be the last change. With Aina on and Fabregas on. So if Zuma's struggling, they might have to have a rethink. I suppose that's for the critic. And then
Well, he should tell his manager now if he is struggling.
here's Ake. Chelsea 1-0 up. 3-1 up. There's Azpilicueta trying to help them 4-3 up. Hazard, well to stay on his feet. Zuma seems okay. Terry. Ake. It's not been word perfect from the understudies tonight. But they've still been part of a good show. Batshuayi. That war, and the Batshuayi's reacted. Prödl has a lot of force in his play, and it was misapplied then.
Most that he's gone for tonight, Prödl, he's made some vital interceptions and tackles, but this one was a little bit off, shall we say.
The reaction from Batshuayi was close to being worse than the challenge. It upset him in the first place.
Yeah, it goes back to that point about player reaction. Some would roll on the floor after that connection with Batshuayi's head.
And that's his last action. And Pedro had a wonderful season with his trophy-winning touch coming from Barcelona. Taken by Fabregas. Ooh. I don't think he had in mind to trouble Gomez like that, but the goalkeeper got himself into a spot of bother.
I think at one point he's going to let this go over, and then he thinks, oh, maybe not. And he whacks against the post. Right on the bombs.
The Fabregas sensibly puts it in, and knowing that Gomez was still trying to clear his head. Terry coming round the back. Ake was in there as well. Good thinking by Cesc Fabregas.
Lovely ball, isn't it?
I guess probably suggest John Terry might not start the last game against Sunderland. Last league game, of course, that is the last Stamford Bridge game of his Chelsea career. He's going to go day 90 minutes here tonight. If they do end up drawing here, Chelsea drop Premier League points from being 2 goals ahead, as they were at 3-1, for over 4 years. Hazard. And they might yet win it, especially with him still on the pitch. Aina.
It's a beautiful ball from Hazard into Aina.
Safely back from Kurt Zouma. Fabregas. Clearly done by Mariappa. Conte. Well, Aina. He hasn't played enough times to get a Premier League winners medal. Ake the same. Terry has. It's his 5th. It will be his 5th when he gets it on Sunday. Okaka. Now Willian. Pedro try and pep up this closing stage for Chelsea. With Willian. Hazard gone to the near post. Movement from Azpilicueta of an attacking nature again. Fabregas! And Gomez in the way. And Watford look to counter-attack. Oh. Lukaku had to almost throw Conte to the ground, but it comes back to Pedro here from Hazard. Even Hazard again. Lovely play. Fabregas able to go for goal with his left foot. Aina trying to reverse it. Back to Fabregas. Watford get out of trouble quite cleverly from Amrabat. N'Golo Kanté is used to winning Premier League games for Leicester and for Chelsea. Here's Willian. Is there one more goal in it for Chelsea? There is! From Cesc Fabregas. Inside the last 3 minutes. Can they hold on to this lead?
Well, he's made such a difference, Fabregas, since coming on, as he has so many times this season. The Spaniard, probably not the sweetest strike he'll ever make, but in terms of direction, it was spot on. Chelsea finishing really strongly, having seen off a Watford spurt. Knocking it into the deck, but enough to beat Gomez, who's pulled off some terrific stops. Can't get anywhere near that one.
Yeah, into the deck and into the corner. Well, to call upon one of his star turns to find perhaps the last word here. And Watford have to pull the rabbit out of the hat again with a quick response. Here's Doucouré.
It's been an odd old match, hasn't it, really?
I think that's a very good description. But, an entertaining one. Almost like watching Watford against somebody else, really, but they are Chelsea, and they are winning. Zuma. Doucouré. About to find out how much longer Watford have got in their quest for yet another equaliser. They might concede again with Pedro, but he's trying to chip a goalkeeper who wasn't really in a position to be chipped. It is 5 added minutes.
Just needed a bit of an angle on this chip. Wonder whether he was going to try and find Eden Hazard to his left. Has a glance. Hard when you're running that fast as well to get the control.
Troy Deeney has been finally summoned from the bench to be the one-man rescue package. If he does as well as Okaka, who struck very quickly after coming on. It does seem to be a bit of a problem between the manager and the captain here. Troy Deeney, I have to say, is one of perhaps a few players you can say are almost as big as the club. He's done so much for them. He's always the spokesman for them. He's a tremendous guy, very available, but maybe some managers don't think that a player should be like that. Oh, Prödl, he's going to go, is he? Lee Mason is having a think about it. Second yellow for the Austrian. 2 late challenges, and Watford are down to 10 men. And what's been a big contribution to the evening is going sour in stoppage time.
Yeah, well, that first challenge was a really poor one. This one was just a split second late. Kind of missed-time tackle that you get at this late stage of a match. Fully committed, as he always is.
But no real complaints from him.
No.
Fabregas. So Chelsea should get across the line, but it's been an eventful evening and unpredictable evening.
Olivas having a nibble at Pedro there.
Telling off. Pedro saying, what's he got to do with me?
Yeah, well, probably a fair point.
Alan, extraordinary match. Odd match, you called it. Man of the match.
Yeah, man of the match. I think the lad on the left there, number 22 for Chelsea, Willian, his standards haven't dropped. Couldn't say that of every Chelsea player, but I think he's been quality from start to finish.
We finish with a bit more petulance here. And Pedro is the one they feel has got Prödl off. John Terry steps in to try and protect his players. But there's an issue here for Chelsea with any loss of discipline, and if a Chelsea player gets sent off, the suspension, which would affect the weekend and maybe the cup final, but it's Troy Deeney who's got himself involved here by taking Pedro out. Berami has a bit of a say as well. And John Terry runs across a fair distance.
Didn't see Pedro doing too much there. Maybe
I think it's what he's just done, isn't it? That they feel he's made them a meal of a challenge. And Kaka having his say, you wouldn't want to argue with him. Well, we thought we'd come here and see a sort of celebration of the title being won on Friday. To see players who played in that game on Friday, been precious few of them. And it's been a different scenario, but certainly a compelling one. Watford, not sure whether they're closing down to try and get the ball to attack Chelsea or just to get at the Chelsea players. There's a few short fuses out there in all white. Still time, but not much of it.
Yeah, win is a win for Chelsea. If you ignore the story behind it.
Feeney trying to head it on. Conte. Willian. Okay, might be a gap here for Azpilicueta. He's not going to get there. Oh, and Holivas plays it back. But that is the final whistle. It is win number 29 for Antonio Conte and Chelsea. They hung on in the end. John Terry gave them the lead and then was responsible straight away for Watford's equaliser through Capoue. They were 3-1 up. Azpilicueta and then Batshuayi beating Gomez, and then in almost a blink of an eye it was 3-3. A great goal by Jan Mat. Okaka came on to score, and then so too did Cesc Fabregas. This Premier League record has been equal of Mourinho's Chelsea in 05 and 06. One more game to come here against Sunderland. Watford do lose away again, but in a very different way to their other defeats. And Cesc Fabregas decided it in a knockabout game in many ways, which also saw Sebastian Prebble sent off right at the end. So no let up from Chelsea, despite the team changes. They have beaten Watford here by 4 goals to 3.
This programme is sponsored by Bet365.
Jimber attack. Referee is correcting given the offside decision. Pepe goes in with real force here. He takes out one of his teammates. Carvajal is going up with Neymar. Neymar does well to avoid the challenge from both the Real Madrid players, and unfortunately enough, no real damage done to Dani Carvajal.
Growing as a player, isn't he?
Oh, he's a good player. He's been an excellent decision to bring him back from Bayer Leverkusen. I think he's had a really, really good season. Some good young players at Real Madrid as well, and that's where they invested their money last summer. Gareth Bale, Isco, Yaramendi, bringing back Dani Carvajal, Casemiro as well. The future certainly looks good for Real Madrid.
Iniesta. Barcelona continuing to dominate possession. Messi. Iniesta. Alves. It's wild from the Brazilian.
I don't think he thought of anything else there. I think the previous attack they had, I thought he was going to have a go from distance. Busquets heads it clear, almost puts it back in here. We see that the corner from Xavi. Archer just so easily gets away from Pepe, just drops a yard behind the Real Madrid central defender. That's a terrific header. Would be appreciated by Pico as well, wasn't it, as a central defender.
Casillas, pressurised by Messi. Now Busquets. Carvajal, Modric. Iniesta. Lucky break here for Messi. Iniesta. Alves calling for it. Here is Dani Alves. Neymar, lovely layoff for Adriano. Route to the byline, blocked by Pepe. Back with Neymar. Pendulum swinging in favour at this moment of Barcelona. A little petulant kick out there from Ramos, always just beneath the surface in this player. Unnecessary.
Oh, love lost there, was there, between the two former Sevilla teammates? A lot of water has passed under the bridge since they both left Sevilla. And a lot of Clasicos.
And offside. Was it? No. There's a long look around at the assistant on the near side against Neymar. Yes, the flag was up. I'm in charge. Mateo Lahoz suggesting that there's rather one too many referees out there at the moment. Real Madrid were searching this man for the flag against Neymar. But he wasn't offside.
No, I'm not so sure the assistant referee put the flag up. I think the referee was making the point there that it was his decision. If that's true, it's a big call from that angle.
talked dropping deeper.
Might be going towards extra time. Before decides to bring on Alexis Sanchez.
Pepe. 10 minutes to go of normal time. Modric, great balance to get away from Busquets. Luka Modric, almost the man to put Real Madrid in front.
Yes, Di Maria feeds him in. Luka Modric, cracking little player, gets away from the attempted tackle from Sergio Busquets. If he's behind that as we are there, you can see how close it was off the outside of the post. Halfway there, he probably thought he had a chance of creeping in.
Xavi, Iniesta, great pass to Neymar. Pepe commits him a long way out. And just got them.